In this video, I'm going to break down the key functions that every technology consulting and coaching firm needs to have in their business. If you've recently started your business or if you've already been running it for a while, you're probably already doing these functions without even realizing it. But once you know those functions, you can use that to create a really strong organizational structure for your team and then start to use that information to hire the right people to get your business to grow and scale. Hello and welcome to the Elevated Entrepreneur YouTube channel. My name is Dhiren Bhatia and I'm the host of the Elevated Entrepreneur podcast and this YouTube channel where I get to help technology leaders, consultants and coaches elevate mindset, productivity and systems so they too can quit the hustle game. Now, in this video, I'm really excited to be talking about the key functions that your business must have. But here's the thing, every business must start with some level of strategy. Take a piece of paper and a pen and draw out what your business is going to look like 3 years from now. This is important because we can't achieve a dream without realizing what that dream may be. Now, this is just a dream. And I know some of you may struggle with this because you're a very small business now and it's very hard to imagine what the future might look like. But that's a key function of you, the CEO, the entrepreneur, the founder. So take a moment, sit back, and draw out what your future looks like. Now, as you're watching this video, you may also be considering building systems and processes in your business. So make sure to check out this video here where I tell you how, when, and where you should be creating systems and processes in your business. So let's get back to the key functions in your business. As we get started talking about key functions in your business, I want you to think of your business as a funnel, a V-shaped funnel, and we're going to split that funnel into two halves. The first half is what I call the business function. The second half, the bottom half, is what I call the ops function. Now, why is that? As the funnel gets narrower, it starts to get more constricted. It starts to get more tighter. And that's where rubber hits the road. That's where your team really needs to deliver. So those functions are the most critical functions in your business. But now let's get started with the first one at the very top of that funnel, which is the marketing function. If you are thinking sales, I want you to change your thought and consider how important marketing is. Why does marketing need to sit at the very top of that funnel and not sales? Well, here's the thing. Sales is all about converting incoming leads into prospects, into closure, whereas a business needs a strong lead source. It needs a consistent source of leads. And without that, you're not going to be able to convert much. So remember, the first and the most important function in your business is going to be the marketing function. Now, it may be you using Google ads or Facebook ads, running some sort of telemarketing services. That's fine. That's just a very small marketing function, but it is a marketing function. So remember, you need to create a marketing function in your org chart and make sure that you hire someone, whether it's full-time, part-time, or even a contractor, to help you generate a consistent source of leads for your business. The second function, as you can imagine, is your sales function. The sales team's role is to help take what's coming through in form of leads and convert them into prospects and then finally into closure. That's how you generate revenue for your business. Typically, a lot of founders will confuse sales and marketing and they think it's one and the same, but actually it's not. Marketing today has evolved to be so much more than just lead generation. There is unbelievable amount of stuff happening there. That's not something that you need to worry about at this moment, but understand that sales is a very different function from marketing, and sales is all about closing what's incoming. And the third business function in the first half of that funnel is the onboarding function. What do I mean by the onboarding function? Well, once you have a lead and you've closed that lead and you've won a project, you're delivering some sort of work, you need a team that is going to help set that customer up for success. The real responsibility for this team is to make sure that the incoming customer is now going to have a great experience within your business. Now let's come to the second half of the funnel. The second half of the funnel, remember, as I mentioned earlier, is getting tighter and more constricted. And in the second half of the funnel, we've got some really key functions too. The first one is the delivery team, or what I call the projects team. Now, if you've already generated a lead, closed the lead, got some business, onboarded the customer, made sure that they have a great experience getting started with your business, the next team that is going to interface with this customer is the delivery team. Everything that needs to be delivered is delivered per scope that was already signed. The next function under the projects function is the support function. Now, this may not be the most important function for some businesses, but remember, there is always something called after sales service. and the support function helps you deliver that after sales support. Whether it's tech support, consulting services, coaching, whatever that you may be doing, it's important to make sure that your customer has a great experience even once the project has been delivered, once the service has been delivered. And for sure, it may be the same person that does delivery and support, but that's fine. Remember, in your org chart, you need to create a delivery team and then a support team to make sure your customer continues to have a great experience once the service has been delivered. Now, as we get to the bottom of the funnel, there are some teams that your business cannot survive without. You may be already doing this yourself without even realizing them. So what are those functions? The first one, and the big one these days, is tech. In your business and my business may not seem like a very important role, but believe me, you and I spend a great deal of effort in figuring out what kind of software system we need, what kind of hardware we need, who's going to support that. There's a lot of questions around technology these days because, let's face it, our business cannot run without good tech. And so you need a really good tech function in your business. Again, it may be you that's doing it now, but make sure you create a department in your org structure for tech, for someone who can come on, help you figure out what kind of software you need to worry about as you grow your business. And then there are other questions like user provisioning, user deletion, data control, archiving. All of that is very important and yet gets missed in a small consulting and coaching business. The next one is HR and operations. And I've bundled two different functions together because in a small business, HR and operations can very easily live together. Operations function is to make sure that your people are taken care of, their leave requests, their time off requests, all are being managed in a great way, and so that your employee experience is also a equally good experience. And if you're the one that's doing that now, it's fine too. Remember, you need to have an HR and operations person down the line to help streamline some of those ongoing operations around HR. And the last one, and the most important one at the very bottom of this funnel, is the finance function. I know a lot of people think, oh, we don't need finance functions. We are a very small team. We all generate our own invoices. We're able to claim time. But that's just not the only part of finance. Finance is the lifeblood of your business. You've got all of this hubdub of activity happening across your business, and it all needs to boil down into your books. Because if you're going to grow, scale, and eventually sell your business, you need a really strong set of books. And a finance function is going to help you achieve that very easily. And these days, it's so easy to work with someone who's an outsourced accountant or a bookkeeper or even a part-time consultant. It's really easy to find someone that is going to help you keep a good set of books. Now that we've talked about the key functions of your business, what I want you to do is start creating your org structure. No matter how draft it may be, it's an important document to your overall strategy. Go ahead, take a pen and paper, start jotting down your org structure. Tell me in the comments what was your first thought when you started to draw out your org structure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this one here where I talk to you about the 6 mindset shifts that I made very early on in my business to help me be a successful entrepreneur.